Good morning. Heading down to the beach for the morning briefing, and I've spied up this lone surf fisherman. Will he identify himself? In the comments down below. Wish you best of luck. I'm going to head on down to the beach and get this going for you all. Good morning, my friends. Hey, what's up with the pipe this morning, man? Come on, get that chum bucket going here. The birds are waiting. I'm waiting. Tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, we'll all be waiting. Start pumping that sand, clams, worms, and everything else in here on the beach to get things rocking and rolling.
Stay tuned. You're watching Friedman Adventures. Mwah!
Let's go. Chop, chop.
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, where there's all kinds of activity and beauty surrounding me here this morning. I truly do feel blessed to be standing here and spending time with each and every one of you and all of the great support you give us. That's another blessing in my life. Snow-capped mountains, tractors, moving sand around here on the beach, a beautiful ocean back behind me with lots of bird life, and maybe a lot of surffish for tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. Yes, come on down, spend a couple hours with us here in Surfside, California. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do a little bit of surf fishing, drink some coffee, have some fun. Man, it's going to be a beautiful morning. Don't forget, go to Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach. 10% off everything unless it's on sale. So sale items do not pertain to the 10% discount, but everything else, get bait and hooks, get rigged up, buy some rods and reels, whatever it is you want to do, 10% off tomorrow morning. Hey, you know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh, and there's a lot to cover with you, man. We've got some halibut information here in Southern California, more yellowtail pushing up the Baja coast closer to Southern California. Did you like Mikey yesterday from SD Fish and Sips? He was a fabulous guest. Man, that was a great show because of Mikey. He's an inspiration. He's got a lot of great fish adventures, and man, that was a lot of fun. Go back and watch that if you haven't watched it already. Really great stuff. Also, folks, don't forget, hit that like button, share these videos with a friend, tick the bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. And of course, subscribe down below to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. We deeply appreciate when you do that. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Check us out on all those social media venues also. Folks, so much to talk about. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, right here in Surfside, California, the best time to be here is daybreak. But the tide situation, like 7 to 11 a.m. I'm speaking Spanish. In either case, we're going to be down here. I have a little work to do at the morning briefing. I'll probably be getting down here around 7 a.m., but the rest of our guys will be here at daybreak if you want to take advantage of it. And all you got to do is send me a text, and I'll send you the information. 657-227-6459. Probably not going to be all that many people. We put this together in a 48-hour period, but we would love to have the pleasure and the honor of your presence down here in Surfside tomorrow. Hey, I got to go down to the Amazon because some dear friends of mine were on the Rio Negro on a great trip. Noli Yan Jr., Howard Hada, and several others had another memorable trip with peacock bass and so many sights and so much of the culture of the Amazon, and just a remarkable trip for sure, as you are taking a look at some of the precious photographs and the great memories that will be indelibly etched in the minds of the people who went on this latest trip to the Amazon. Absolutely fantastic. Got to get Howard and Noli in for an interview, a podcast ASAP. While this is all fresh in their minds, we have got to sit down with them, and I am working on that as we speak. Once again, let's go down to Mexico. Cabo San Lucas has had their share of marlin down there, mostly striped marlin, yellowfin tuna offshore. San Quintin, here we go. Only 140 miles down below the border, and those yellowtail are reacting again, biting really, really well. We've seen outstanding yellowtail action, mostly on the yo-yo iron, combined with all kinds of great rock fishing down there. San Quintin is such a great place to fish. K&M Sport Fishing with some outstanding fishing down there in the San Quintin area as we continue to see great yellowtail signal and sign. We're going to be watching it very closely for you all here today. We get you up to the Ensenada area, and there's more and more yellows that are pushing up there toward Santo Tomas, which is about a 15-mile run south of Ensenada. There's yellows there. There's also some yellows around Todos Santos Islands now. So we are starting to see better signal and better sign day by day. Mara Sport Fishing, some good sign on the yellowtail. Delphine Sport Fishing, El Delphine Sport Fishing with rockfish and whitefish and so much more. Really looking good there. We get you up there to the Colonette area. Now I'm bouncing back down again. But that 120 miles on, beautiful sunrise there here this morning. The horizon is there out of H&M Landing. We'll let you know how Ricky Perez does. There's some other guys down there. The San Diego fleet during this time of the year is running those day-and-a-half trips down to Colonette, 120 miles, where you're virtually assured it's some really great rock fishing and some really good yellowtail fishing at times also. We're watching that one for you very, very closely down there in that neck of the woods. Some really good stuff. Michael Garcia just became a Friedman Adventures Patreon member. Michael, I don't have the words to express my gratitude to you and all of you Patreon members. You're the life's blood of Friedman Adventures. Thank you for your support. Putting these videos together every single day is a labor of love for sure. But if you can contribute in any way and become a Patreon member, it means the world to me here at Friedman Adventures. Michael, thank you so much. I hope you're going to be down here tomorrow so I can shake your hand and say thank you to you in person. All right, let's talk about what's going on in the LA Orange County area as we move you up here in San Diego. Let's talk Southern California in general. I might as well start geographically down in San Diego, where the Mission Belle will be out today with several other boats fishing that sand bass down by the border. It's been really good. And by good, I'm talking wintertime good. So if you can get a couple of fish per rod, a couple of sand bass per rod, and if you really work hard at it, and fish hard, and listen to the crew, get a limit of fish, which is 5, man, I'm telling you, that is good winter time fishing. We certainly have seen our share of that here recently. The Belle will be out, and hopefully we'll be able to get an update from either Scott Buchert in the galley or Sean Hardigan, who's running the boat, and bring that to you a little bit later here this morning. So some good wintertime sand bass fishing. You can also kick in some sculpin and whitefish to go along with that. Some really excellent fishing down there. And with this beautiful weather that you can see we are blessed with today, and I'm hearing that from San Quintin all the way up here this morning to the Channel Islands, we are assured at an excellent chance to get more and more of that fish. Now, moving up the beach, we see a lot of that going on. We see some halibut, a few. Halibut fishing's really been better up here in the LA Orange County and Channel Islands area, but we see a few halibut bouncing around here and there. In fact, on the Clemente yesterday, check out that nice flat fish for that great angler. Congratulations, nice job there out of Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. Nothing wrong with that kind of a hit. Now we'll take you up to San Pedro, California, 22nd Street Landing. Couple of boats to report on. The Pride just backed in to beautiful San Pedro, California. I wish I were down there to give Jolene Thompson a big hug, because Jolene was there. She provided us with these great photos. They ended up with 14 halibut on that trip. They could not get a sea bass bite. There's still some very good signal and sign on the white sea bass, but they just did not want to play. It's a little early for that. However, we've seen an acceleration in many bites here up and down our coast, like things are a little bit ahead. And I'll talk about that, about the surf fishing here in a moment. And we thought there was a good chance that they might catch some sea bass. Who knows, maybe the next trip. But 14 halibut, and Israel de la Cruz, one of the most generous great people that I know not only caught his first halibut, but he had a couple of fish, including the jackpot on board the Pride. Nice going, Israel. I got to say hello to my friend before they departed the other day, and that is really great news. So good stuff on board there. The Native Sun yesterday, they continue with their halibut / bass derby out of 22nd Street Landing. They are headed out as we speak to see if they can come up with another good day today. 8 halibut yesterday. Once again, let us not get spoiled. That is a nice day of halibut fishing, no question about it. In fact, they had one fish that was 24 pounds and some change. They had another fish there, about 17 pounds, 8 fish overall. They actually found some bass that really wanted to bite, sand bass that really wanted to nibble, but they were pretty focused on catching halibut, so they stayed with that. And man, I got to tell you, that is some really exciting stuff. I love to hear that. Once again, those guys, all those guys, many of those guys are fishing that 3-way swivel with 25-pound test, 4 to 6 ounce torpedo sinkers. That's going to depend on wind and current and depth that you're fishing, so you may have to switch that up a little bit. And as I say all the time, and I admonish you all, when you walk on a really, truly good sport boat, you turn to the crew and then they take it from there. And don't just have them tie you up. Watch them, learn from them, and then you'll have it down. Hey, some private boaters and dear friends of the Friedman Adventures family. In fact, I'm pretty sure Anthony Amalfitano is going to be down here on Sunday morning. You can tell him, hey, Anthony, great catch, because him and his wife, Jennifer, went out and had a couple of beautiful halibut private boat fishing here in the Long Beach, San Pedro area. And they say, you know what? We owe it all to the Danny Cadota show on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel, because we were listening to Danny's live show, Anthony was telling me the other night. And man, oh man, oh man, when Danny said go to the treble hook, use that treble, it makes all the difference in the world. We took him up on that advice, and my wife Jennifer and I had a day that we will not forget. Beautiful weather, fishing 25-pound test, a reverse dropper loop. They had one halibut that went 26 inches and another one that went 25 inches, and you can't beat a day like that. Jennifer, Anthony, nice going. We are so happy for your success, and another day that you're not going to forget. That weather, gorgeous, those snow-capped mountains in Southern California, feels like a summer-like day. Those are memories that you just could not draw up any better or more beautiful than that. Don't forget, it's tax season, and our buddy Tim Marquez over at A Best Income Tax is waiting for your call. He will help you with this year's taxes, back taxes, or anything else. A Best Income Tax. And if you're having heating and air conditioning issues, then John Lopez is your man. Efficient heating and air conditioning. Give John a call. He'll get everything straightened out for you. He's a hard-working family man. You're going to love John. Efficient heating and air conditioning. All right, let's get back to this local bite. The city of Long Beach, on their most recent trip, had a bunch of perch, some sand bass, whitefish, a few sculpin, nothing wide open, but, you know, picking away at it in the wintertime. It's gorgeous out right now. I think we're going to get a little bit more rain on Monday, but Sunday looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. By the way, I'm standing down here in my shorts and barefoot, and it's nice. It's not cold at all here this morning. It's supposed to get a little chillier Sunday morning, but fishermen can brave it. I'll tell you that right now. We'll be doing really, really good. By the way, my brother Paul is celebrating his birthday. How he made it to 64 years, I don't know. He's traipsing around. I don't know if he's in Taiwan, where he lives right now with his lovely wife, Ame, or traipsing around the world. But he is a world traveler. He puts me to shame with all the places that he gets to travel to on a regular basis. Happy birthday, Paul. I hope you are having a memorable day. You know, just to kind of illustrate how crazy he is also, I'm including myself in there. He was recently in Burma, and he said he was in the hotel lobby. One of the employees walked up to him and said, hey, don't go out at night. And he said, oh, okay, why not? And he goes, there's a curfew and they'll shoot you if you go out at night. And he said, okay, hey, yeah, thanks for that tip. I probably won't go out at night. I think he did go out too, checked it out just to see what was going on. A crazy guy, and I'm blessed to call him my brother. Paul, happy birthday to you. All right, let's get into some more of this local fishing up there in the Channel Islands. the boys that want to fish the sand dabs, also the Era Ann out of Long Beach Sport Fishing. There's several boats that fish the sand dabs and do really, really well, providing excellent table fare for each and every one of you. Also, the lobster hoop netting on your Promar Ahi lobster hoop netting update has been fantastic. It's great out there in the Gale Forest. I think they had limits of lobster, 7 per hoop netter. Great fishing. And they leave at 12 noon on many of their trips so they can fish whitefish and sculpin during the trip on the way over. They stop, catch that, and then they get over to Catalina Island with the hoop nets, and when the sun sets, they are ready for some really great stuff. So that also has been really good. Rojeska Sport Fishing. They just keep coming up with great lobster hoop netting. Lisa Gill was out with them and got her limit. Really great stuff going on. And in the surf, we continue to see some really great action. Kayla Lou, she calls it her happy place, being out here in the surf. And Kayla, I totally get that. It is really a beautiful thing. Corvina, a nice one. Barred perch for her. Great job. There's a rumor that she might even show up down here tomorrow morning for our surf fishing event. If she does, I expect all the Friedman Adventures family members to salute her on her great Corvina and barred perch catch. So that is really, really good stuff. All right, something I need to mention to you. Bob Kaplan was in South Orange County. Now, he wasn't too talkative about where this took place. The secret is right up there with the nuclear codes. He found sand crabs yesterday. And you're thinking to yourself, what is this weirdo getting excited about sand crabs? Because it's really early for sand crabs. Yet another indication that things may be moving ahead a lot quicker than we may think. In fact, somebody like Michael Limon had better be digging around here, or at least looking for the evidence of some of those little morsels that can produce some really great fishing here in the Southern California coast. So that is good stuff, Bob. Way to go. And Bob came up with some good barred perch fishing, some nice big fat ones down in that neck of the woods. Also, we're hoping for some of that tomorrow morning on our surf fishing adventure, our Friedman Adventures surf fishing adventure. 657-227-6459. Also, we saw R.K. Toji with some good barred perch fishing. Really excellent stuff. Great barred perch fishing for Charlie Husley. Yellowfin croaker and barred perch for Charlie. He fishes a lot down there around Huntington Beach and does really, really good. So you cannot beat that. Martin Ayala and Valerie Wolf were trout fishing at Fin and Feather in Palmdale, where they had some exceptional fishing and a beautiful, memorable day while fishing there. So all great stuff, no question about it. Don't forget Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing. That California is the old Matt Walsh, the Island Spirit, and the Endeavor, all waiting for you in 2024. Those guys, the customer service there, it starts up there in the office with Sal and extends down to all the boats. It's great stuff. 805-676-3474. Wow. I mean, we've been in the Amazon. We've talked about some great fishing south of the border. We've had some great stuff going on here in the Southern California surf, and it's the dead of winter. And your support has been amazing because our stats are way off the charts once again. That is something that I'm deeply indebted to all of you for. I hope you can make our little surf fishing fun adventure tomorrow morning. As I said, being here at daybreak, there's something magical about daybreak and sunset when you're surf fishing, no matter what the tides are doing. Fish just like to bite. If you can't make it then, anytime between 7 and 11 are going to be just perfect. That's when I'll be down here. So it would be great. And all you have to do is send me that text, and I will send you along some information on what is happening. Long range, let me get you up to date on that. The Royal Polaris heading home right now. Boys have been having some trouble getting that bigger yellowfin tuna to bite on the long range trips right now. Hopefully that's going to settle in a little bit. They've been focusing on that big, great yellowfin tuna wahoo. And on this Royal Polaris trip, they were able to catch a variety of really fascinating reef fish. So that is good stuff. Every day is different. We're hoping for lots more. All right, we're going to be watching it here very closely. Don't forget, we put up shorts many times during the day, and then we have other updates here as we expand our coverage here at Friedman Adventures for you. Hey, have a great day, and as always, I hope to see you really, really soon. See you tomorrow morning.